I'm Lieutenant Michelle Ramos with the San Antonio Police Department. This critical incident video release is intended to provide you with information, as the department currently understands it, about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on August 30th, 2023, at the 2200 block of IH-10 East. I will walk you through the video relevant to the facts of this incident as we know them so far. Content of this video may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Street crime unit officers were conducting surveillance at the 6800 block of Cross Springs for several hours for a suspect who was wanted on a warrant for aggravated assault against a public servant. Officers left the location when they were unable to locate the suspect. Just before noon, dispatch received a call for a wanted person at the 1500 block of Schley Avenue, and the street crimes unit relocated to that area. A detective in an unmarked vehicle followed the suspect vehicle as it turned onto Greer Street from Gevers. A subdued marked patrol vehicle and an unmarked patrol vehicle activated their emergency lights in an attempt to make a traffic stop at Greer Street and Nepal Street. A street crimes lieutenant arrived to assist on the traffic stop and placed the front bumper of his marked patrol vehicle near the front of the suspect's vehicle in an attempt to prevent the suspect from fleeing. As the lieutenant passed the suspect's vehicle on foot towards the back of the suspect vehicle, he observed two females in the front seat and the suspect sitting in the back seat. When officers began issuing commands, the female driver exited the vehicle and was detained. The suspect then got into the driver's seat, closed the car door, and rammed the lieutenant's patrol vehicle as he fled from the traffic stop. The police helicopter Eagle was overhead during the traffic stop and began relaying the suspect's location to officers in the area. The suspect was driving the wrong way on IH-10 Access Road as officers continued to pursue him. Shortly after, the suspect crashed into a civilian vehicle that was traveling north on South New Braunfels Avenue. The suspect abandoned the wrecked vehicle and ran on foot westbound from the accident onto IH-10 eastbound Access Road. An officer pursuing the suspect on foot was struck on his left arm by the suspect's gunfire. A second officer who was running behind the injured officer fired multiple rounds and then stopped to place a tourniquet on the injured officer. A third officer fired multiple rounds at the suspect. The suspect continued to fire his weapon while running down the grassy embankment onto the main lanes of IH-10. The suspect then ran towards the westbound lanes and began pointing his gun and shooting at passing motorists in an attempt to gain access to a vehicle. Two officers that were in a marked patrol vehicle drove westbound on IH-10 Access Road and exchanged gunshots with the suspect. The suspect was struck by the gunfire before falling to the ground. Here is video from Eagle over IH-10 when the suspect is shooting at approaching vehicles. The injured officer was transported to a local hospital in stable condition. Officers provided life-saving measures to the suspect at the scene prior to EMS arrival. The suspect, identified as 40-year-old Michael Kirkland, was pronounced deceased at the scene. Investigations into deadly force are comprehensive and can take over a year. A reminder, this is our current understanding of the situation and could change as investigators gather more information. The San Antonio Police Department does not make any determination as to whether procedures were followed until all facts are known. All officer-involved shootings are forwarded to the Bexar County District Attorney's Office for review. As of this publication, the investigation remains ongoing.